questionable decisions happening on their side, bro. What's going on with this team?
Let's be honest, guys. This is my thing about playing on the continent.
Africa, aye.
When you play in the continent, it's tough. The decisions are so there's some questionable decisions. To be honest with you, I don't think Sundowns were that bad. Some of those decisions were bad.
Yeah.
So it's you look at it and you think to yourself, they've been dealt a very bad hand.
Sure.
But they've had to come out dealing with it. And yeah, man, I don't know. These are the things, like mentally you have to be strong. What I'm worried about is what is it going to, will there be a knock-on effect? Because the same, everyone knows that winning is a habit.
Yeah.
But just as winning is a habit, so is losing. So
100%.
I don't know if it will affect them coming back after the international break.
Yeah. Now, and I think that's my biggest worry as a South African football fan going into the next round. They are going to come across a lot of these type of interactions, whether it be on the training pitch or during the match. Do you think, and when you look at the previous teams under Upitso, under Rulani, they had this mentality, bro, where they just did not care when these type of things happen.
Yeah.
I would have assumed by the fact that they won 3-0 at home, and I don't think, maybe it's just the atmosphere, obviously, that got the best of them. But Sundowns in those situations, even with all the hostility, bro, they always seem to find a way through.
Well, you could say that because they've gone through an aggregate.
Yeah, but they failed to score. They failed to convince me, if I can put in those terms. Looking at what has happened, they've played against Al Ahly, though. Similar situation where questionable decisions, and they've went and won in Cairo.
Yeah.
So
it's funny that you say,
hey, man.
Yeah, just speaking on the coaches.
Yeah.
Peter was good at that.
100%.
Peter was good at galvanizing the squad and having that siege mentality that it's us against, everyone's against us. And most of us were looking at it and saying, what are you talking about? Like, you're getting all the benefits, but if something didn't go his way, then he was very quick to point out stuff that hasn't gone his way and got the whole squad to believe that, listen, nothing's going to go for us, so therefore let's,
we need to fight.
We need to fight and we need to find a way. And as much as it's a different way, because now obviously the coach he's more sulky and more like
too relaxed,
that almost the victim, almost if we're being blunt, for a lack of a better phrase, he plays the victim. But I still say they still had enough experience. Again, I always speak about Sundowns and the experience. It's not about playing pretty football in knockout competitions. It's not about impressing. Like you said, you're not impressed. It's not about impressing. At the end of the day, they've gone through an aggregate. So what do you want? Do you want to play good attacking football and leave yourself open at the back?
I want it all,
or do you want to just go through?
Chief, I want it all.
You can't have it all.
You can, and they've proved it. They've won a star playing beautiful football. So
yeah, but not all the time. There's times that you have to understand that, guys, we 2-0 up.
Look,
we've come.
I understand. They need to grind it out, but
3-0, yeah, 2-0,
yeah. But you need to grind it out.
Yeah, you have to grind it out.
In the way they've been playing this season, especially in the the CAF tournament. Yeah, it's been very worrying. They've been hot and cold.
Yeah, so fair, I know 100%. I agree with that.
It's not going to be the same now. Teams like the team that they just played, they are gone. It's heavy hitters now going into the next round. Yeah. So what happens when they come across another opponent where they need to fight brown envelopes? What's going to happen?
I hope that they overcome, because we did that distraction for Sundowns. They must stay in.
They must go to the final.
They must stay in careful. Yes, 100%. Not the final. Anything can happen. They must semis. Yeah.
No. I hear you, bro. But do you think going into the international break, does it aid them? CAF, Betway, however you look at it, or does it actually put them in a position where they don't have the chance to bounce back before the international break? Psychologically, how do you think it's going to affect them?
I don't think it will affect them. I think it's good to reset. I think they're in a situation where, okay, it's good to reset.
Sure.
I think the international break is not good for teams like Pirates and Chiefs. Because Chiefs just started getting momentum now, and I think that the best thing that they would want is to have another game. Pirates, after a 6-0 win like that, you want to go again.
Sure.
Sundowns, I think it won't derail them. They're the ones that will benefit the most, because now it's like, okay, let's reset. Let's work on some combos. Let's get some players back. Let's get everyone fit again. Let's, back to the drawing board. So international break is a great leveler to see where things are.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. But hey, man, speaking of this international football thing, now Seneca, they are showing us some amazing things there. What's going on with CAF, bro? So apparently, well, not apparent, it's official now that Sundowns has to return the trophy and the medals.
Senegal.
Sorry, saying Sundowns. Senegal, thank you. Senegal have to return the trophy.
Sundowns must also return the trophy.
To who?
We top of the log. They must bring that.
Oh, they must shine it.
Yeah.
Now, here, so, what's out your money, bro? They have to return the trophy and the medals. Hakimi does not want the trophy. It's a mess, bro. There's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Senegal still needs to appeal. Like, what's your take on that, bro?
No, my take is, and I've been saying this since the news broke. My take has just been, I'm just disappointed in everything that's happened. I'm disappointed in the way that African football's being shown, the light that African football's being shown, and it's the football's being played in the league. Yes, we have our problems with officiating, like anyone else in the world. You look at the mistakes that literally, you look at the Premier League and it's riddled with
this past weekend
terrible officiating. So we've got our problems like everyone else across the world, definitely in Europe and whatever. I don't think anyone can really brag right now about their officials. But in terms of the quality of football, it's been so good. It's a tournament that was filled with great goals, high intensity playing, so many goals again. I actually enjoyed watching the tournament. Apart from the officiating, and then a lack of leadership again has cost us. Because like I said, match commissioner's in charge. The referee's in charge. The decision has to be made on the field. You win football games are won on the field, and that's why we call it the beautiful game. It's not something that should be won in the boardroom. And then lack of decisions being made by the referee. Match commissioner hasn't made a decision. And then, what's this? This is now 3 months later. 3 months later, we're being told that the real winners is Morocco. And it's just, again, lack of leadership. Again, nothing from the CAF leadership, from the AFCON leadership, from the tournament directors, like an official statement to say, look, this is what's supposed to be happening. It's ridiculous, and it's embarrassing. It's so sad for African football. This is why Jamie Carragher and those guys don't take us seriously in terms of African football, and it shouldn't be the case. But
they're always talking.
Sometimes we do it to ourselves.
100%, bro. And that's essentially what I wanted to add is that, unfortunately for this one, we dropped the ball, man. And I was watching that interview with Petrus Motsepe or President Petrus Motsepe. Him speaking about the situation where they let an independent body handle the whole mess.
Yes.
And they came to the decision of, no, this thing needs to be handed over to Morocco. Whereas they had a different decision that was taken. And it seemed as if there was a lot of pointing fingers, even though he was not alluding to that, blaming other people, blaming previous regimes, and going back to your point, it did not feel as if he was taking accountability as the president of this organization. So it was poor, man. It was mismanaged. It was handled very poorly, and it's unfortunate that we were able to witness such a thing. It would have been nice if we saw it happen to other associations because of the great tournament that we have, but we are here now, bro.
Yeah, we are. What was nice though was to see some of the Senegal boys, obviously. Ndiaye scored a banner against Chelsea and celebrated and gone to the cameras and said, "Champions of Africa." So stuff like that it gives us some banter material and stuff to talk about. I think Hakimi's done well and said that he doesn't want to win the tournament in that way.
100%.
So he's covered himself in glory a little bit, and it's almost embarrassed the Moroccan association and said, like, guys, even the players are saying, obviously. But on the other side, Brahimi seems to be very, very happy. Diaz seems to be very happy.
My man, if I took a penalty like that and then I'm told I can still win the tournament without winning the match, I would take it any day, bro.
No, 100%.
Need to cover myself in glory, but we shall see where that story goes. But heading over to Bafana, bro. So international break is here. We've got 2 matches against Panama. And I don't know what's going on there. Why on earth are we playing the same team twice?
Yeah, it's weird that. It's weird that. I don't think that happens often, and it's a chance to.
Brown envelope.
It's a chance to.
Get a nice ranking.
I don't know. It's a weird decision. I don't remember international breaks, especially leading up to such a massive. It's a World Cup.
Yeah.
People forget we're going to a World Cup.
whole World Cup.
Even though there's no, we haven't got the hype yet, and it doesn't feel like it's a World Cup yet. Yeah.
The World Cup song is trash.
I don't know, but playing Panama twice doesn't feel right.
It doesn't.
I saw obviously our coach Hugo Bruce says that it's to acclimatize. They play a similar brand of football to Mexico and those guys that will be
Costa
playing.
Rica.
Because I know, he did say that it's he wants to play against a 3-4-3 setup to prepare us for the World Cup. But for me, I don't know. Playing the same team twice, it's a bit it's counterproductive. Yeah, it is. It is because whatever happens in the first game. What are you going to learn from it and then play the exact same opposition again in the second game?
Yeah,
surely one of you guys will change depending on the result, and then what do you gain from it?
And this is why we needed Sipho Chain for this call-up, so we can actually test him and see if he's World Cup ready. But hey, some people didn't get called up, bro.
The chain on it just baffles me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. How you don't call up a goalkeeper that's about to break the clean sheet record in his domestic league, and probably will win the league or finish second. Just he's such an integral part in the defense. He's the goalkeeper. It's the biggest stat, clean sheets.
100%.
And you don't call him up. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if there's an explanation. We must probably have a look at that, but it doesn't make sense to me. I've heard some murmurs, people saying that it might be discipline issues, but I don't know. If it is discipline issues, I would prefer, again, strong leadership. Come out and say that he's been dropped or sidelined because of discipline issues, rather than having us speculate, because then that's also not fair. Because if it's not, it's then not fair on the guy that we speculate that it's discipline issues or whatever, when it's unnecessary sideshows that's not needed.
Yeah, man. He kept generalizing as to why certain players weren't selected instead of, like you were saying, be specific, bro. You are not just dropping players. Okay, Uchain is second in command for Williams, but touch wood, if anything happens to him, he's first in line. He's an integral part. You dropping Umkota, you dropping Reyners, a person that's also vying for the Golden Boot this year. So
my thing when it comes to Hugo is also that this is do or die now.
Yeah.
Because yes, we appreciate and we're very grateful for getting to the World Cup, by the way, which is a massive feat. And we can't stress enough how grateful we are. But the reality is we finished third in the previous AFCON. So we wanted to build on that and progress and maybe finish second. Now, we do obviously have to bear in mind that, okay, it's also a World Cup year, and the guys are thinking, okay, maybe the focus is more on the World Cup.
Yeah.
He's made some very controversial, I almost said the wrong word, but he's made some controversial decisions in his announcements. Obviously, the Kaizer Chiefs fans are livid that there's no representation from their side. No, but that's fine. But what I'm saying is now, this is do or die now.
Yeah,
this World Cup, we have to at minimum, at the very least, get out of the group stages.
100%, I agree.
Yeah, and if he's going to make this, because again he's called Zwane again. He's called up Shishi again, and we get it. Okay, fine, 100%. But then people are now saying, what's the problem with Loch?
Mbule.
Mbule and Loch. But the main thing is Loch. Like if you can call up Zwane, then you shouldn't have an issue with Loch's age, because he's actually performing and he's playing and he's dropping very good stats for his club. So hopefully he doesn't burn himself with these decisions. But let's see.
We shall see. We will be there. We are going to buy the new kit. Hey, no, all those 4 kits, they are nice. But before I give my take. What do you think of that kit, bro?
I love the kits.
Which one's your favorite?
I love the green one. I love the green one.
Proteas.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you want to say? I love the green kit, man. I'm just happy we've gone back to Adidas.
Sure.
Adidas didn't do us bad, I think. I know that you've got your thoughts on it, but
Yeah.
for me personally, I love the
Trash.
kit. I love the kit.
Trash. And
Nah, it's beautiful, man.
No,
that
no, no.
green
I'm
with the
kidding.
old school Adidas.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful top, but I do have an issue. The fact that it looks so close to what the Proteas kit looks like, it
Yeah.
comes across as lazy. So yes, it's a beautiful top. You can wear it at weddings, at functions, wherever. But no, for me, it's a miss, bro. Do you remember the kit we had 2010? That yellow kit.
Yes, I do,
Stuff,
I do,
my
I
man.
do, I do.
They
I
don't
do.
make them like that anymore. The
Yeah,
guys
no,
that
that
were
was
designing the
beautiful.
cook, the kids back then, they
Yeah.
were cooking.
Sometimes less is more, yeah. Sometimes less is more. The simpler the better.
It's giving
2010.
it's giving cricket this one. Chief.
Nah, I like it. Personally, I like it. I like it.
So you buying?
Buying.
Mm,
Myself.
yeah.
I would think I'll be in a stable relationship by the time.
You sure?
Month end.
See that.
And sure by it.
That's how we cover it. But it also shows you, man. Nguthi, if you don't
I
have,
saw the price of that.
Hey.
Petrol price about to go up.
you're finishing me. But granted, we're not happy with some of the selections that the coaches
Yeah.
made. But
Yeah.
he did make some strong call-ups. Adams is in.
Yeah, J. Adam Sundowns, yeah.
Mukwena's in. That pairing has been fire. I think in the
Yeah.
last 3 or 4 matches that I've watched Sundowns, because I am hate watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Dangerous duo.
So I'm interested to see Mukwena's performance for Bafana.
Mm,
I felt like he looked like his legs were gone a bit in the AFCON.
sure.
But then when it's time now for the domestic
He's cooked.
titles, he's cooking and he's banging them from all angles.
Standard of football, bro.
So
The standard of football is different.
fair, but he's hitting rockets from 40 yards for Sundowns. Do the same for Bafana.
It's a farmer's
That's
league.
what I'm
Chief.
saying.
You are comparing a super team in the Betway Prem
Yeah.
to Bafana. Half of the players that he has, overseas quality.
Fair,
He
yeah,
does not
true.
have that quality,
True,
unfortunately.
True.
You've got, no offense to
True.
my boy Evidence, but you've got people like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, we had this conversation as to who would we pick in terms of the front three. You look at
Yeah.
Sundowns for front three, you
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at Orlando Pirates front three.
Yeah.
Our wingers are good, but in the striking position,
Yeah,
we lack.
100%. Yeah.
So remove all those players. They've already removed Uranus, and then you look at the guys that he's called up. Yes, Evidence has done well in CAF, but the quality, bro, it's just too far apart. And you look at some of all these other key positions outside of Orlando Pirates and Sundowns, we lack, bro.
We do.
We lack.
No, I agreed. I agree. But it'll be interesting. I just don't know how I feel about playing Panama twice.
Yeah.
But surely now, you max out the changes.
Yeah.
So I expect to see
2 starting lineups.
I expect to see, no, maybe not 2 starting lineups, but definitely, definitely some changes because we didn't take that many defenders. So every single defender must play. CBC must get some game time, and let's see. If Williams plays the first game, surely he doesn't start the second game.
Gross.
So we'll see Gross and we'll see the other goalkeeper. It's simply, let's see. It'll be interesting to see.
No, 100%, bro. Look, I don't mind us playing Panama twice, based off the explanation given, but for me, when decisions like that are made, I always make that joke, brown envelope, bro. It does not make sense. It gives me remnants of us playing before the 2010 World Cup. Remember, we had some very suspicious matches.
Yes.
As if we were trying to drop our ranking. So it gave me some of that trauma. And then we went on to get knocked out in the group stages at home.
No, I remember
Yeah.
that.
But they are ranked higher than us. So 30 places higher than us. So
30 places.
30 places. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, they are number 30 and we are like number 63.
But I think we're going to beat them, so that Betway slip's going to cook.
Well, we shall see. But yeah, man, I'm a bit anxious to see how we play that first match this Friday. Must tune in, guys. But we shall see how the boys play. Good luck to them, man. Score prediction, bro. At least for the first match, and then we will see how the second one goes.
So I think if we go strength for strength, we'll be okay.
Mm.
Both games are obviously playing in South Africa. So if we go strength for strength, I think we'll win the first one.
Mm.
But you know, I think we'll win one and draw one because the fringe players. So I think if we go strength for strength, we'll be okay.
Sure.
And then the fringe players have also got a lot to prove. It's World Cup year. These guys fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to play in a World Cup. That's the pinnacle. Everyone wants to represent their country in a World Cup. So people always play above their level.
100%.
So I think just that pure determination will then give us a win and a draw.
Aye, we shall see.
Yeah.
I just think that we also need to have the referees on our side, like we've seen in the domestic matches in the past weekend, and then we'll be okay, bro.
Yeah, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It shouldn't be but also when you play these type of games against this opposition, it's a different clash of styles.
Mm-hmm.
The intensity, they might be fitter than us. I think they'll be fitter than us.
More aggressive.
They'll be more aggressive. 3-4-3, so you know that they'll press high.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have an extra man in the midfield. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Ziakala, Kev. But hey, man, good luck to the boys. The next two matches will actually give us a true indication of where we are in terms of facing Mexico, because everything is framed around how they will square up against Mexico.
Yeah.
So these two matches.
Yeah, this is ideal preparation for the Mexico game.
So yeah, we shall definitely see, but we are rooting for the boys. My Jabulani shirt is coming out, but 2010.
Yeah, that's I need to find my one. That's a nice one to bring out.
We hate watching on Tuesday.
We hate watching on Tuesday, 100%.
Philip is here, Antoine. But moving swiftly to European football, bro.
Mm.
You know, Man United played the early match on last week Friday. And going back to these decisions, man, by these referees, what's going on? It's like they're distracting us from something. 2-2, but should it have been 2-2?
The Man United game doesn't make sense to me, and I've said that those decisions, that's my thing about. We just spoke about bad officiating in Africa. Boy, when you look at the England ones, we
on
actually
another level.
They're far worse. They're far worse.
With VAR.
The first penalty that's awarded on Cunha is for a pull.
Sure.
With one hand.
Sure.
The second shout
African
is
boy.
two hands on
the
Ahmad.
African king.
Both hands, and it's a direct shove. He falls over, they go the other side, they score. I'm watching it, I'm thinking, it's fine, they can celebrate, but VR will definitely have a look. They say minimal contact. Harry Maguire then goes with one arm. Red card, penalty.
Cool.
There's no consistency. It'll be interesting to see what the PGMOL says on that, because that's horrific. It doesn't get any worse than that. I actually don't think it gets worse than that. That's if you want to look at a small sample of just bad officiating. Stuart Atwell's definitely got that wrong, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's not
sanctioned.
If he's not, he shouldn't be refereeing a game after the international break.
My man, you know what's worse than what happened to United?
What's worse?
Tottenham. 3-0, thrashed.
Tottenham's going down.
Yeah, they're going down, bro. Nottingham Forest did the business, gave them 3 of the best. They're there fighting relegation.
But you know what the problem is, though? West Ham just decided that they're not going to play football.
It's these London clubs, bro.
West Ham might keep Tottenham alive. And I hate it so much because I hate going to the Tottenham Stadium. I hate that we lost, that Man United lost the Europa
conference.
The Europa League to them. I can't believe it will never play conference. I can't believe that they lost the Europa League to Tottenham. So I want Tottenham gone, but unfortunately, it just seems like West Ham wants to go down more than they wanna play football.
London is twerking.
No, I love it. Chelsea,
Tottenham, West Ham, Chelsea, 4-game losing streak. Ziakala, dog. Ziakala.
Chelsea's in the biggest mess, and I love it so much because of Garnacho. There's no one I despise more in football than
what did the
Garnacho.
man
That one's more personal than anything. Just the way he carries himself. He really, really believes that he's Cristiano Ronaldo. He really believes that he's baby Ronaldo.
But he's
The way,
good,
the way he carried himself after the Europa League final, he played every single game leading up to the game, and he wasn't amazing. Yes, he contributed with a goal here and there, but the Garnacho you're seeing at Chelsea is the exact same Garnacho that was at United.
Sure.
Right after the game, you're supposed to. We just lost a cup final. Makes it about himself, saying that that's the reason why. As much as I don't like Amorim, he got that perfectly spot on by telling him he needs to find a new club.
Sure.
He goes into the media and says he doesn't understand how he didn't play. He's been playing so many games leading up to it, and he should have started the game. Things like that.
But Kev,
Out. I'm glad that he's gone to Chelsea and he's showing Chelsea fans, and it's payback for Mason Mount also.
no. Yeah, Mount, yeah, he must go back to Chelsea, bro. And they also want Urgate. They want, what is it, 50 million euros?
Who, Chelsea?
Chelsea. But United is holding out for 70. But going back to the Garnacho thing, you need to feel for the boy, though. Scoring bicycle kicks.
So did you say United is holding out for 70 million for
70 million for Urgate.
Ugarte is not worth 70 million, even if he had 65 million in his pockets.
100%. We were ripped off when we bought him. But,
No.
hey man, they must hold out. They must get that 70 M's. Especially how we are playing. We have the luxury now to hold back. And then just wait. Who's going to come in, the highest bidder. But going back to the Garnacho point, bro. You need to understand, leading up to that final, there were other matches where he was the key player. He was playing. And he was doing well. He was carrying the team.
Okay, but Serge, is he a good player?
He is a
When
good
you
player.
look at what is he good at?
He's a difference maker. He's a hard worker. He runs, bro. He's a runner.
Yeah, so then he's then a marathon runner.
No.
He's not a footballer. He's not technically gifted enough for you to. If Garnacho is a main player, if Garnacho is a main player in your team,
Wait. I'm not even talking about main player. I mean, I'm talking about the fact that you can't say he's not technical and then he shies a bicycle kick like that. Some of the goals that he scored in the last 2 seasons,
guys.
they need technique.
So do you believe that Garnacho is technically gifted?
He is, but he's not the best player in that team.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is he carried us.
But he dribbles with his head down.
It's fine.
That's why he runs the ball out of the touchdown so much. That's why every cross hits the first man. That's why every shot, he literally runs with his head down. That's not technically gifted.
But he's a kid. He
Yes.
needs time. He needs time.
But he doesn't understand that.
No, but
he believes that he's Ronaldo at his peak
But
right now.
how is he supposed to understand that when he's got an arrogant coach?
Who's the arrogant coach?
Who are you referencing now? That bench to Kobe.
Amorim.
Yes.
Yeah, but now he's at Chelsea now. Is he also an arrogant coach?
No, but the coach, William, this guy's not a coach, bro.
And Maresca?
I don't know. See,
It's 3 coaches.
I don't know.
One player.
But the
They
thing
can't
is-
all be wrong.
No, but it can't be Russian roulette and then you're going to tell me, hey, this player. No, bro. You as a coach, you
Enzo?
also... What?
Enzo Fernandez has been consistent throughout all 3 coaches.
Sure.
Reece James has been consistent throughout all 3 coaches.
He's a captain. You can't...
Yeah, but what do you mean? So Enzo's been consistent throughout all 3 coaches.
João Pedro?
João Pedro's been consistent throughout all 3 coaches.
Shaky.
No, he hasn't.
When last did he score?
So he joined. So
But when last did he score?
he's the 3rd top goal scorer right now.
No, I hear all of that, but when last did he score? If we're speaking about consistency.
2 weeks ago.
My man,
2 weeks ago.
for a striker,
That's 2 games ago.
For a striker that's playing for Chelsea, that you expect to have you at least top 4, that is
Who's
not
scoring?
good enough.
There's only 2 strikers that are scoring more than him in the league. So what more do you want?
I want him to
Because
score.
this team is not in the top 4. Chelsea's not in the top 4.
And they showed with all the players that they have.
But what I'm saying is, other people are giving consistent performances. Garnacho is not, but you keep making excuses for him.
I'm not making
Why?
excuses for him.
You have.
I'm
You've
not.
mentioned managers. You said managers are arrogant, so he's not.
No. But the thing is, you can't match a player's arrogance, bro.
Yeah.
Only Mourinho can pull that off. And even in the last two campaigns that he had with different teams, even when he came back to Chelsea, he couldn't be the same Mourinho he was when he started.
I just feel very strongly about Garnacho. Like he's not a good player.
No, look.
I'm sorry.
For me, he's not a world beater, but he's definitely a player you could have as a rotational player in the team. That's all I'm
yes, I
saying.
agree.
But
I agree.
when the rotational player is performing consistently, bicycle kicks, I will always reference that thing because I did not expect that from him.
Yeah. No, it was a good moment. It was a good moment.
Even some of the crackers he scored before that showed that the boy was progressing. Yes, his head was in the clouds, but he was progressing into something great.
I don't think so.
My man, For me, I think Amorim ruined the team. He saw a lot of
He did?
yeah, young boys doing the
Yeah.
business. Even when you saw when they were posing and then they won.
Yeah.
Was it
And
EFL Cup?
that broke my heart because none of those guys. It's only Kobe left.
Yeah.
now. Who was in that picture? It was Garnacho.
It was Garnacho.
It was Hoyland.
Kobe, it was Hoyland.
Kobe, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Garnacho,
them.
Kobe, Hoyland.
It was them
There was one more.
It wasn't McTominay.
It wasn't McTominay.
But it was
Could have
young.
been McTominay.
Possibly, ne?
Possibly. It was
Yeah, no,
Garnacho.
we must pull up that.
Yeah,
we
that
must
picture.
pull up that picture.
That picture. That broke my heart. Yeah, that broke my heart.
It made Amorim upset. That man,
Yeah, that guy ruined. He tried to kill us.
his ego is too big, bro.
You know what my theory is on Ruben?
Mm.
And also, yeah, because I know that you want to move on to the next point.
Sure.
Um,
I know we can cook Amorim. He's the
Right.
worst. He's worse than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
100%.
He's the worst.
He's the worst we've ever had.
Yeah.
No, he's the worst we've ever
In
had.
fact, if I can-
Statistically, I'm sure he's the
No,
worst.
but if I can recall, bro, he is the worst coach.
He's the worst coach.
Like he's actually the worst
100%.
coach.
When have you ever seen Tottenham win anything? We gave them a Europa. But on Ruben, I've got this theory
Mm.
that, and I always think of it like this: if I was, if I grew up as an Arsenal fan,
Sure.
or a Liverpool fan, or even a Chelsea fan, and I did my coaching badges, and at some point I became a United fan,
Yeah.
or I became a United manager,
Mm.
or a United coach, I would do every single decision that Ruben has made to try and make United as bad as possible.
What are you
I would,
implying?
he was an inside man.
For which team?
No, for whatever. He just he destroyed us from within. He was a Trojan horse. He destroyed us from within. Every decision he made, except for selling Garnacho.
Mm.
He force-fed us 3 at the back.
Mm.
Was it him that bought... No, it wasn't him that bought Ugarte. But he kept on playing Ugarte ahead of Mainu. He dropped Mainu.
That didn't make sense to me. That one.
That made no sense to anyone.
Still doesn't.
He
make
then
sense.
takes the most creative player in the league,
and makes him a box-to-box midfielder.
makes him a box-to-box midfielder in Bruno Fernandes.
Same thing with Mount. And I think that's why he also hasn't recovered. Outside of injuries and him not being the best signing for United, but that also kills your confidence as a player.
He was just making all these decisions. As soon as we go forward at the back, as soon as we go to forward at the back, we start winning games.
Mm.
No, he had to go. You know, he was.
He's an agent,
You
no?
know, he was a terrorist. We had to go.
Speaking of these agents, you think Arteta's an agent?
No, Arteta's trying his best. I don't think Arteta's an agent. Arteta's trying his best.
Donna.
Arteta's trying his best.
How many years? How many seasons?
Not winning anything.
Nothing.
How many is it though? No, it's bad.
He's only got one trophy. I think he's only got the FA Cup.
And it wasn't his. He inherited that squad. He came mid-season from Unai Emery. Yeah, no, he's
It's bad, bro. It was the Nico show.
he's trying his best. Tricky was having fun with them. I've never seen showboating like that. It was the beautiful game again.
And that's why I'm asking what I'm asking. I think his time is up, bro. That's disrespectful. In a final, in one.
Whose time's up?
Arteta. My man.
He's top of the league.
And so, he's been top of the league before.
Facts, yeah, but okay. I hear what you're saying. If he doesn't win the league, if he bottles this league,
Yeah.
100% he has to go. There's no, and I think he'll probably walk himself.
He has to go.
If he has any honor, he'll walk himself.
No, he has
But we can't, right now, because he's still in the Champions League. He's still in the...
That one.
He's top of the league, yeah.
See, that you can kill me for this one. I think he's got a better chance of winning the Champions League than any other trophy. Yes, he's got a good lead in the Premier League, but they are bottlers by nature.
It's easier to... Because they're bottlers by nature, he won't win the Champions League. He might win the league just simply because City is not consistent. He's given City enough chances. City shouldn't be this far behind. But the Champions League is a different animal.
But they just won.
There is people like...
But City just won this trophy, bro. It might give them that vavavoom.
I'm hoping.
they're out of the Champions League.
I'm hoping you're right.
They're out of the Champions League. They've got a strong chance of coming back and making, or what you call stating their case.
Kind of, they're out of the Champions League. I was
They're
wondering
out.
why people are celebrating like that for a Carabao Cup.
My man,
The energy drink.
you need to celebrate like that if your job is on the line. You're showing that you still have passion.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that. Pep. Yeah, no, I hear that. But They'll be right. They'll be all right in the league. The Champions League, they won't win it.
I don't want them to win the league, bro. Like,
None of us want to, but the sooner you accept,
you think the taps are open for them?
the sooner you accept, the better your life is. I promise you, because that one is true. Even if they lost 2 more games,
Sure.
City's still going to lose more games. Unfortunately,
Are they playing United?
they're not locked in. Who?
City, are they playing us
No,
at
they're
any
done.
point?
No, they're
We're done.
We're done.
Oh, we're done making them talk.
We're done. Yeah, no, we're done.
Nah, man, but yo, Nico O'Reilly's performance that game, bro.
Especially
2 goals.
special. No, the boy can play. The
Like,
boy can play.
you know, and when I see things like that, it takes me back to Foden and even Mo Sancho when they were given the few minutes that they used to play. There were a lot of boys that came out of City, and I think to myself, why do they constantly buy players? Like, the youth setup is one of the best in the Premier League, and it never was like that, bro. We always looked to Arsenal to do what City is doing now. So big ups to the boy. His performance was on another level, and yeah, hopefully we see him in the World Cup for England.
Yeah, hopefully.
Pela, you never know.
Hopefully.
They might have excuses because there was a tournament, I think it was Foden, where he had just officially became a City player, and they won 2 trophies that season. They didn't take him. And I was like,
Yeah, England is always tricky, but I think he's the starting left back now. He's ahead of Luke Shaw, so Nick O'Reilly will start for England.
Who are England's left backs?
I can only think of Luke Shaw, O'Reilly.
Most at the back.
You know, they're not good at left back, because I remember they used to play Trippier at left back.
Trippier played left
They
back.
used to play Trippier at left back. They had that Miley kid from Newcastle. Hall might be in with a shout.
World Cup.
But they'll take. It will be alright.
World Cup.
O'Reilly will start. O'Reilly will definitely start.
Sizobone, you know, it would be nice. After Rooney's comment with 2010 being the worst World Cup, I want us to verse them in the quarter-final.
Guys,
And we
yeah.
beat and beat and
What's
beat.
going on with that guy?
That's your boy. He's your legend.
Guys, I love Wayne Rooney, but that's bang out of order. Eh?
So, according to Wayne Rooney, South Africa was the worst World Cup.
And not just the worst, he said that you can never have a worse World Cup than South Africa. But you were speaking about the fan experience. You were saying, not the fan experience, but the player experience, saying that they were so isolated sometimes in camps that on the way to the stadiums,
Yeah.
they don't have that atmosphere, like, you know.
But Germany went and
People in
beat
the
them.
streets.
They
Yeah.
can say isolation, not.
Yeah.
Shyly Germany. Why don't they have the same excuses?
I was at that game, eh?
How was the atmosphere there?
No, it was amazing. It was amazing. The England fans were amazing. I was with my father, so it wasn't the same because of the bad language that the English fans always use.
Yeah.
So it was pretty embarrassing. But remember, that's the ghost goal. That's the Frank Lampard goal that was disallowed, and that was definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
Because that does change the game. And I do believe England would have beat Germany if that goal counted. They had all the momentum. I remember that, and I was supporting England in that game. So because obviously Wayne Rooney being my
We are in the
child.
midst of a double agent, ladies and gentlemen.
No, obviously when the World Cup starts, I'm South African, but I go fully South Africa.
You're killing me, bro. No, look, man. I think with the England chat, we wrapped that up. Congratulations to Man City for winning another trophy as Pep. Emaro Pep. Will that man retire anytime soon in terms of club football? I think he's done everything, bro.
Pep, I think if he wants to do it on his own terms, I think if he would want to win the league one more time, because if he were to leave this season, it's almost like, okay, he's passing like it wasn't in his hands, and I think he wants to leave like Fergie did.
Yeah.
You know,
Something
on his
small.
own terms after winning, going out on top, winning the league. Because I think if he leaves now, I think his ego wouldn't allow him to leave now, because it's almost, you know, then the student has become the master. And then that's quite embarrassing. Well, not embarrassing, and it shouldn't be embarrassing, because Arteta is a good coach. And if anything, it's good for Arteta, because, I mean, for Pep, because he's the one that taught Arteta and gave him his stripes. But I think he just you don't wanna,
It's my Ntwana.
like it's your Ntwana, dog. Like you can't clap your timer, dog. You can't clap your timer, dog.
In an alternate universe, Ntwana, Pep leaves, then Arteta leaves, and then he goes to coach City.
That was the plan, you know that?
Is it?
That was a succession plan, yeah. So the succession plan was for Arteta to take over from
No, so then he is a double agent. I'm right.
he's not a double agent. But can I tell you something? There's videos.
He's
There's
prepping,
videos.
wait, he's prepping Arsenal for success.
Yeah.
And then City continuously wins these trophies.
Let me tell you, he was a double agent. Arteta was actually a double agent at City.
Sure.
There's an interview where Arteta says, if you look at the goals, I always celebrated every goal that City scored. But every time we scored against Arsenal, I never celebrated because I
It's
always
my
felt
team.
like it was his club.
Yeah.
So that's where he was a double agent. And now he's at home now. He feels he's at home. That's why he celebrates the way he celebrates.
The Spaniard.
And then, what the funny part is? Then the next one was supposed to be Maresca. Maresca was supposed to take over from Pep. That was the plan.
And then he
Then
said,
Chelsea came.
double agent.
Then Chelsea came and said, but just watch. Maresca might be the next one still. He's out of the job now, so he might go to City.
We shall see. Hey, these Portuguese, Spanish speaking coaches,
Yeah.
they can't be trusted.
I can't trust those ones.
Yeah, but pivoting to the Spanish league, La Liga, my team, Real Madrid, was a bit of a scary one yesterday, bro, but they pulled it off.
What a game.
Barifini, you see that last goal? Yeah!
Nah, Vinny, when Vinny's in the mood. When Vinny's in the mood, you can't stop him.
I still feel he was robbed, that man with the Ballon d'Or. There's no ways. He's got too much quality, bro. There is no ways. He's hated for no reason, that guy.
It's not for no reason. It's tough out there. It's tough out there.
It's tough out there for a black man.
It's tough out there.
Everybody's good. That performance, I think the boys are starting to adjust a bit too late for me. I don't see them recovering the league. Barca, for me, is done and dusted. Rashford has got his first Spanish league. Yeah. Congrats to Barca already. I can confidently say that my team won't come back.
You're conceding.
I'm conceding, bro. Especially looking at Mbappe wasn't playing yesterday. And it made me realize that they actually play in the same spaces. They struggle to overlap within that false nine. You always see Mbappe drifting. He forgets that he's actually the number 9. He's a focal point. And there was so much room for Vini to just be himself yesterday. Taking penalties, being the main man. He enjoys that, bro. So, man, I don't see us coming back. We have the Champions League still. I think we got knocked out of Copa del Rey, but the Champions League is our baby. Chelsea already put the money aside, but I want that new shirt.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Madrid?
Bro. Only if they win the Champions League.
Are you buying the Madrid jersey before the South Africa one?
I'm not buying any jersey. I've got a wife.
Fair. Okay. No. Respect.
But yeah, man. I think Uvini is on another level. He showed it yesterday. Trent came on. He was looking silky, bro.
Trent looked good when he came on.
Oh my goodness. The way he was gliding past those defenders, though.
I read that Trent was, in fact, it was in an interview, Trent didn't start because he came late to training.
So he's still doing funny things that side.
He's still doing funny things that side.
And
now he's doing this when Carvalho's back. So now there's going to be real... But he did well when he came on. He played very well.
Nah, he's a different beast, bro. We need him at United, No.
And then your boy Fede, what's happening with that red card? What kind of tackle is that one?
Hey, my man, leave that guy. You know who he reminds me of? Gattuso.
Yeah.
He always finds himself in situations that don't make sense, bro. What was he doing?
That was a horrible tackle. That was a horrendous tackle.
And he was having a good game.
What was even more horrendous was his reaction when it was a red card. He was like, what did you expect?
Me, nah? Hey, can lie, that man, bro.
Yeah, that was bad. That was hilarious when it was bad.
Nah, but I think going into the break, he can relax, bro.
Yeah.
How many games? 2?
Yeah, two games.
See, that's another reason why we won't win the league. Because Kamavinga hasn't come to the party this season. Outside of injuries, I don't know, bro. In the last two coaches we've had, he's really struggled. I'm not too sure if the new contract that he got is a bit too big for him. Every time the coins die, he has an issue. Maybe he's thinking about what he's going to spend every time, because before the contract extension, he was a world beater, left back, centre back, holding midfield, attacking, left wing.
He does it all. Bro.
He does it all.
Does it all. Bro.
So I don't understand.
Yeah. No, he's cooking. Kamara's cooking, but we'll see. Sometimes, because you know the thing is also, we forget that it's a World Cup here. These guys are not giving up their all.
Sure.
Would you want to risk a hamstring injury in a World Cup here?
He's risking his position. You forget that France is a super team. France has 4 starting lineups, bro.
You're right.
4.
You're right.
There's no time for you. That's why Pogba tried. He got re-injured. Rather die on the field, bro, knowing very well you want to die for your team. So
100%. Even started using the Harry Potter stuff.
You know, dog. Hogwarts. You need to go off.
Scalable.
But it's been an insane week of football.
Proper week of football.
Proper week of football.
Like
but
proper Barclays.
like I'm proud. I'm proud for the quality of football outside of the officiating across all leagues.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
But the type of football that has been played across, it was so enlightening to see Pirates, man. Even Chiefs to a degree. The type of football that's being played, you can easily take those teams in terms of the style of play and put them in the English Premier League.
No, 100%. No, this is the football that we are playing right now.
Cooking, bro.
Paris is playing very attractive football.
Cooking.
Very attractive football. The only thing was that we were not finishing off the chances. And this week,
It's Mourinho. I remember you said two matches ago that Mourinho should be more involved.
Yeah, no, Mourinho is the key.
He won that free kick.
Yeah.
And then
No, look, like the football's in a good South African football's in a good space at the moment.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are actually playing good football. Stellenbosch will have something for Sundowns, mark my words.
You right?
Stellenbosch will have something for Sundowns.
After that match, we watched Golden Arrows.
Kevin Hunt's gonna stink it up. Pack the bus.
Say that into camera so they can hear you.
Gavin Hunt, I fully expect you to park the double-decker bus when Sundowns comes to town. And I know that you've got something for us. I know that you're going to park it. I've already counted the 3 points. We are staying. Pirates will remain top of the log. And then who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll let you keep our trophy for 2-3 months, Nyana, you know?
Hey.
I trust Gavin Hunt. When it comes to unsettling these big teams,
parking
he's
the bus.
always got something to prove. Every time. Look what he did to Chiefs.
Sure.
Because of the way he was treated.
I was about to say that was revenge.
Because of the way he was treated.
You know when you go see your ex, bro, you need to make sure you show up.
He's always had beef with Sundowns because of
Supersport.
what's happened while he was at Supersport.
Supersport.
The whole Teco thing wasn't like with him. We're on. We're in the mix.
Hey, Unekwalmo, you're saying is that better, bro?
That's him. That's my boy. That's what he thrives on.
He's gonna pack that city to seat into
My
one.
boy is. I know him. I know Gavin Hunt got something for me. Got something.
He's got the sauce.
Nah, he's got something for me against Sundowns.
No, I hear you, bro. And yeah, so we've brought you the sauce in this latest episode, but we are wrapping it up. This is the Spy 2 podcast. Danko Kev.
Danko, my brother.
See you next time, guys.